All right, so how can food entrepreneurs use ChatGPT? Now, no matter what kind of food entrepreneur you are, this video is going to be for you because I'm going to give you 50 variations and 50 different ways that you could actually use ChatGPT to either grow, launch, or even multiply your earnings with your food business, no matter the type of food business. We're going to go through 50 different ideas. We're going to let ChatGPT do the work, and I'm going to narrate and show you exactly how this works and how I've been able to use it to scale a lot of our e-commerce businesses, including blogs, podcasts, and much, much more. We're going to dive into those 50 right now. All right, so welcome back to Marketing Food Online. It's Damian Roberti, founder and CEO of Marketing Food Online. So in this video, I actually wanted to show you some more great resources for ChatGPT specifically. I've done a handful of the videos so far on specific types of food businesses, but this video is going to be all about whether or not you're a food entrepreneur making anything under the sun. This is going to be the video you want to watch because it's a ton of brainstorming ideas, and I'm going to show you how to actually use this tool because that's exactly what it is. It's just a tool that if you use it the right way, it'll definitely save you a lot of time, grow your business, and even save you money too with not having to hire an entire staff of people. You can do a lot of this for yourself, and you don't have to be a ChatGPT genius. So I'm going to dive right into this. I've been playing with this now for quite some time, quite a few months. I'm going to create a list here, and basically ChatGPT, if you're not familiar with what it is at all, this is maybe your first video on understanding it. It's artificial intelligence software put out by OpenAI, and what it does is it allows you to pretty much ask it anything under the sun and get a response within a matter of just a couple seconds. But the beautiful thing about it is that you could ask it certain things based upon those prompts. As I've mentioned in some of my other videos, you can definitely check out more of those videos down in the description, or I'll have popped them up here on the video. You can check out the links to the other channel, videos that we've actually done on the channel about ChatGPT specifically for certain types of food businesses. But how you prompt it, how you engage with it, and how you ask it questions is really the most important part. And that's what I wanted to show you on this, no matter the type of food entrepreneur that you are. So let's go through here. I'm going to say, list me 50 ways ChatGPT can help me as a food entrepreneur. And of course, I spelled that wrong because I'm looking up at the other place. There we go. 50 ways. Let me check this real quick. Make the list unique and uncommon. Now, really quick before I hit go, because you're going to see here on the screen how fast this can actually create 50 ways that food entrepreneurs can use this. You have to understand one thing. You want to ask it the most specific questions that you possibly can. And you want to ask it kind of to give you uncommon information, not stuff that you can simply Google and then you can find. You want to find things that are super unique, something that's uncommon, and that's going to give you a more specific type of answer. And that's something I've been doing a lot lately. So here we go. Certainly, here are 50 ways. Now, as it goes through here, I'll go through and I'll show you briefly some of the things that it's actually showing here on the screen. I'm doing this to actually show you also how fast this thing is. Now, really quick, ChatGPT, OpenAI has two versions. They actually have a free version, or they have a premium version, which is like $20 a month. I actually pay for the premium version. Let's go ahead and continue to generate. There we go. I pay for the premium version, which actually gives me access to, let me show you. Okay, this is the 3.5. There's a 4.0 version, which is even more intense as far as the type of information it can relay, the quality of the results, and so on. So, all right, so if you are a food entrepreneur or you're going to become one, you want to have a lot of great resources at your fingertips, and sometimes brainstorming is hard. So let's start off with number one. Now, you can brainstorming unique flavor combinations for your menu. So for instance, let's just say, okay, for a menu, who would that apply to, Damien? Well, I'm going to be making a packaged food product. Well, this could be possibly something that you could create for your cafe, your food truck, your restaurant, your pub, your bar, any type of eatery that has the potential to have people come in and dine in and eat your food. You could create some unique flavor combinations. So let's just try it. And I'm going to show you. Brainstorm. Okay, this sounds great. Expand on your ability now. So I'm going to ask it to expand a little bit on the first one. Brainstorming unique flavors. So here we go. Now, again, if you've got any type of food business where you're going to be eating an eatery of some kind or a food truck and all of that, as I just mentioned, this is going to be fantastic because it's instantly going to give you right off the bat 10 different ways that you can actually create a customizable menu. Wide range of culinary knowledge. So ChatGPT has has been trained with a vast amount of text and data that can actually show you flavor profiles, various cuisines from around the world. So if you want to have a local eatery that really stands out, and you have a cafe or a food truck, and for instance, and you want to make it super unique with the different type of menu that you're offering, but you just can't come up with it yourself, this can come up with it. So you can tell it a certain region of the world, Greek cuisine, Asian cuisine, or even some Italian food that you maybe menu instead of just pizza and pasta. This could come up with something for you right off the bat. Cross-cultural inspiration. You can also do something that's diverse culinary traditions and suggest flavor combinations to combine different elements from different cultures. So maybe you have some Asian food and you want to try to figure out how you can infuse that with Italian food. You can actually ask ChatGPT to create a menu based on those specific things. And of course, it goes all the way down, balancing flavors, considerations for textures or temperatures. Maybe you're trying to create a really unique experience for your dine-in eaters, and you want to have a different flavor profile with different textures and different types of temperatures and such. That's another great way that you can use ChatGPT. So this is just number one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through each of these, and I'm going to show you specifically how they work, providing personalized recommendations for sourcing rare and exotic ingredients. So how would this work, Damien? So if you've got a food business or one that you want to launch, and you're thinking to yourself, wow, you know what? I know the type of demographic. I know people who want to eat this particular food, but I want to make it more personalized. So if someone comes to a restaurant or before they even come, you can create and download and add to your website even, or your menu or your app. You can create personal recommendations. So someone could type in a profile and say, hey, I like this, I like that, I like foods that are spicy and a little bit of sweet. This can create recommendations for you to prepare and offer a menu based upon those of your customers. Very, very unique. And plus, of course, getting rare and exotic ingredients, something that would make your business stand out. Again, you can use this for food trucks. You can use it for cafes, restaurants. This so far is really based around brick and mortar eateries, but in a moment, we'll get to a little bit more about how to even e-commerce and how that works. So creating interactive digital menus with augmented reality features. This is something that actually a lot of restaurants I've seen in Europe have begun to implement. And it's actually quite interesting. I'm sure there's some here in the US as well, but I saw a story about this that showed the menu itself was in augmented reality. So it was almost three-dimensional, like it would shoot up from the table and you could see it and interact and engage with the actual menu before you even got the food. That's something too that ChatGPT can actually do for you. Next up, generating innovative food presentation ideas. So, okay, so maybe you're a chef and you've really creative, but you've come to a point where your creativity is kind of lagged out. Maybe you've gotten a little kind of laid back with how you're presenting your food. You can actually ask ChatGPT on some ideas on how to present the food from the menu you've already got. So this is something too that would actually help you with your cafe or food truck even, an eatery of any kind. And this would give you some great ways on how to present your food. Number 5, so assisting in developing themed pop-up restaurant concepts. So pop-up restaurants are something that's, of course, vastly popular all over the country. A lot of cities mostly have them. Not too many of them popping up in rural areas or places where there's a lot smaller population. But if you've got a really diverse city area, a lot of these pop-up restaurants are coming and starting all over in different areas. So the idea is to create different concepts for your pop-up restaurant. And if you're kind of stuck, ChatGPT can actually give you some great ideas based upon that. So you know what? Let's try that one really quick. We're going to add that down here. Give me 3 examples of how this would work. And then we'll tab on down. Let's see how it looks. All right, so here's 3 examples. So for instance, you're looking to develop a pop-up theme restaurant, Harry Potter inspired magical feast. For instance, there's an example, and you can create different types of eating menus based upon those recommendations of foods that were popular throughout the movie series for Harry Potter, futuristic sci-fi dining experience, nitro-infused molecular spheres with galactic foam. These are some really out there, definitely creative ideas for food presentation. But again, utilizing ChatGPT as a food entrepreneur to brainstorm that creativeness that you can infuse with your food. Enchanted forest gastronomy. So this is very unique too, in creating a lot of stuff that would be even truffle infused, wild mushroom risotto with truffle essence, birchwood with salmon and forest berries. See, these are some great creative ideas that you probably wouldn't come up with, and usually takes a team of 4 or 5 people to brainstorm and come up with some ideas. You can do this with ChatGPT from that list of ideas. All right, so next up, you've got generate present ideas. Okay, assisting the pop-ups. Number 6, so crafting catchy and memorable names for your food business and menus. Okay, so this is another great way that you can use ChatGPT. If you've got a menu of items that you're wanting to create, you can ask it to come up with some memorable names, something unique that it can brainstorm as well. Business and menu items. So let's see, give me an example. An example for my barbecue restaurant using the following course. Looking up there we go. All right, so now we'll copy and paste it just like I just said. And again, you can do this list for yourself as well, and the prompt I will give it to you at the end of the video of how you can get this 50 list as well. So there you go. It's already begun to create a handful of really creative names, and of course, crafty, catchy, memorable names for food businesses and menu items. And it goes all the way down and gives you 6 of them. Now, you can, of course, ask it to continue to go if you want, but here's some blazing brisket bonanza. Okay, that's interesting. So this name captures the attention and alliteration, sorry about that, in the use of blazing, sizzling jalapeno jam ribs, hickory hideaway pulled pork. So if you want to create something new with your menu, like the name of the particular dish, maybe you've got a dish that's a family recipe, but you have kind of a boring name for it, you can ask it to come up with some really creative names as well. Being a food entrepreneur, you may be creative in the food realm, as this is something I come across as well, but it's hard for me sometimes to come up with like names, or come up with catchphrases or something unique in that sense. So I use ChatGPT for all of that. Number 7, so designing eco-friendly, sustainable packaging solutions for your products. So this can actually give you some step-by-step processes if you are looking to create sustainable packaging, maybe for your carry-out, maybe at your food truck, maybe the food that you're serving on your food truck, you want to make sure those plates are disposable and they're eco-friendly, but you want to find some solutions that best fit the type of menu you have or the type of food business that you're starting. This can brainstorm again for you and do that through ChatGPT. Number 8, collaborating on menu design that actually caters to the specific dietary restrictions and allergies. So if you've come up with a specific dietary menu for maybe you're doing it for clients, maybe you're doing consulting for nutrition or nutritionists, you can come up and collaborate with some menu designs that would be specific for each and every one of your clients. And again, as a food entrepreneur, you can use ChatGPT as that resource to brainstorm and come up with some really unique ideas. Number 9, developing creative strategies for reducing waste. This is great. So you can say, I have a cafe and right now I waste 20% of my food. How can I reduce, we do 20% of my food, and then we're actually going to go ahead and copy and paste that. Developing creative strategies to reducing waste. Let's try and see what that shows you. We'll come right up here. So I have a cafe right now and I waste 20%. So here we go. This can actually give you some ideas to help resolve the waste the food waste that you actually have with your food truck, with your cafe, with your restaurant. Even if you're creating a packaged food product, maybe you have some ingredients that you're overusing or underusing. That is definitely something you can think of. And this will give you 10 different ways that you can actually use ChatGPT to minimize the food waste in your business. Okay, perfect portions. You can create daily specials with excess ingredients. So if you've got something left over, you've got extra ingredients, you can actually create some daily specials and push through that food so you don't have to waste it or you're not getting rid of it. But even if you reduce it just to get rid of it for the day, you can create those types of things. Collaborations with local food banks, charities. See, this can brainstorm and come up with all kinds of ideas. Ugly produce promotions, for instance. If you have a type of restaurant where you can offer, you've got extra excess ingredients, and at the end of the day or certain parts of the week, you can offer discounts on those specific ingredients that are left over instead of wasting them. That's a good way to do it as well. Staff training on waste reduction. Also, teaching your chefs and your cooks to stay within the portions that they're actually creating on the menu so you don't have food waste. So this can actually create an entire guide that will walk you through and how to train your staff on waste reduction so you minimize the amount of food that you want and you make more money. Again, just brainstorming here is showing you a lot of different ways that you can use this. So here's what I'll do. We've about 15 minutes in. Let me show you a couple more of these, and I'll leave this prompt. I'll show you. The prompt is this. If you want to do this at home, go to ChatGPT. You can use it, like I said, for free. But you want to definitely go in there. You want to say, list me 50 ways ChatGPT can help me as a food entrepreneur. Make the list unique and uncommon, okay? And that way you can actually take a look at all of these in depth yourself. Now, a lot of times it's going to come up with a lot of variations of this. So you may not even get the ones that I'm showing here. It may show you even more of them. Now, the other thing you can do is offering advice on designing and managing food delivery services. So if you've got a food delivery service, and again, let's go back to the example of the food truck or the cafe or the restaurant, you can actually get advice on designing a specific food delivery service, maybe within your app, maybe within the website that you have for ordering food. And that can actually help you as far as designing it and creating it, making it user-friendly, making it easy to engage with your customers. This can come up with some great ideas and brainstorm and show you how to actually implement that. Now, let's go through a couple more, and then we will wrap this video up. So you can definitely see how within the food realm business, you can actually ChatGPT can cut down on a lot of the issues you may have with ideas or trying to save money, or even if you're launching and you're trying to figure out how you can actually write a business plan. All of these things can be assisted and aided with ChatGPT. So I'll take out a couple more here. Let's take a look at this one. Offering guidance on establishing strategic partnerships with local food influencers and bloggers. So if you've got a local food business and you want to get a reach, you want to reach some bloggers, followers, or influencers, followers within a local area, you might want to be able to reach out to the influencers. And this can show you how to actually do that. What are the steps in partnering? So let's try this one. All right, so can you elaborate on this? I would like to start doing this for my, let's just say my food truck. And again, copy and paste the result and then hit go and let it do its thing and you're all set to go. So certainly establishing strategic partnerships with local food influencer bloggers can be an effective way for you to promote your food truck. And you can actually reach a wider audience. So here is an elaboration on how ChatGPT can offer guidance in this area. So identifying relevant influencers and bloggers, collaborative content creation. So again, you don't have to create all this content on your own. You can get some great outlines. You can get some great inspiration and ideas from ChatGPT on content that you can then take and put onto your Twitter account, your Instagram, your Facebook, any social media, LinkedIn. And that way you don't always have to be brainstorming on your own, and you can expand the reach of your food business with that, okay? So engaging in product reviews and giveaways, same thing. You can actually ask this to come up with some creative giveaways. So maybe you've got a restaurant or cafe, maybe you've got a food business that you want to do a giveaway within your local community, but you're thinking, how do I come up with that? Like, that's a marketing thing. How do I do that? Ask it to create. Give me an outline of a giveaway for my restaurant. Co-hosting events for pop-ups. We talked a little bit about that. Leveraging influencers. Negotiating partnership terms. Now, there's a great one. So if you're going to partner with a local business, you don't necessarily have to go to a lawyer and spend a ton of money on a contract. You can ask ChatGPT, say, look, I'm looking to partner with other local businesses or other businesses in my community. Can you create a contract that would allow both of us to engage with each other so we can grow each other's business and kind of leverage each other's followers or others' customers? And that's something that you can do with ChatGPT. So this will give a good rundown. Like I said, that is 50 different ways that actually ChatGPT, and of course you can ask it to give you 100 or even 200 if you wanted to. But this right here is a really quick overview. That's 50 of them. That is going to be a great starting point for you to understand, again, no matter the type of food entrepreneur you are, you can have access to a great resource. And remember, a lot of ChatGPT videos that I've noticed online are talking about negative aspects of it, or AI going crazy and taking over the world, all this nonsense. I don't believe in that at all. I think that this is a great tool, and that's pretty much what it is. It's a resource that is a software. We as human beings obviously created it, and it's something that all of us can use to help better our businesses, and I don't see how that could be a negative thing. So using it in a positive light and using it as a tool is definitely something I recommend you do. I use it actually every single day. It helps me outline content, helps me create blog posts, gives me a better idea of what I do. I've even helped written some of my books, gives me a great outline so I can start from there. A lot of great things that you can do. So definitely check out also these videos here, additional videos that just popped up on AI and how you can work with your food business. I'll see you guys on our next video.